Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 19th of November, 2025. Well, let me put it this way. It was still a good streaming day. But what I want to say is sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Sometimes you take a chance and something works. Sometimes you take a chance and it doesn't work. Tonight was the latter, and we'll talk about that right now. So, first off, today I did not do a podcast because today was a major Pokemon stream. And as you know, we have been doing major Pokemon streams with no podcast, making major progress every time. So it's like 3+ parts into the playthrough. Been working. At this point, I think we're like 34 parts in, but it's like a 40-hour playthrough, something like that. And we're still making solid progress every single time that we play. So what did we do today? Well, today we did a ridiculous amount of side missions. In fact, what I did, I went back to the ones that had kind of been left over that not completed. And I realized that over time, we actually had completed these. Like, for example, I needed a Metacham. So I was able to I already had one. I was able to go get its evolution stone, and then I was able to do that mission. We had the 5 Flabébés of different colors. We were able to trade that in. So we spent over an hour doing that. Okay, then there was a new wild area or two that we went to. We caught a whole bunch of Pokemon. There was a bunch of people today who wanted Pokemon named and everything, and that worked out really well. So overall, today went good with the Pokemon stream. Yes, we absolutely hit and exceeded the goal. And by the end, we had done just a little bit of story. We had to take out 3 more rogue mega evolved Pokemon, which took about an hour to do. It was a big grind, but we got it done. All right. So overall, more great progress, chill fun, hitting the goal. Everything was great. More Pokemon coming up in the next few days or early next week. And it looks like people are saying we're getting close to the end. Like basically the story beat we're in right now is going to take us into kind of the end game. So probably 2-3 more streams will at least beat the story. And then actually we'll have to figure out if we want to continue playing the game with more content or not, because we could actually do some end game content, post game content, but it's up to you guys. We'll have to see. Okay. So that was the day stream and went well. Now, the night stream tonight was always a big question mark. Tonight we tried a game called Baby Steps. This is a game that came out 2 months ago. It went virally popular because certain streamers who like to do these kind of meme style games, all right, streamed the game. Baby Steps is a game where you can barely walk, all right? It's hard to control. Each trigger is a foot, and you use the thumbstick to aim the foot. And it reminds me of Getting Over It. It reminds me of Quap back in the day. If you remember, it was the first game like that. It was a flash game where you use the keyboard keys to get this guy to run. Very similar to that. The difference is, in this game, you have no idea where to go or what to do. You just got to kind of guess what direction to go. You could end up in the wrong direction, and now you're wasted time. You could go really high up and then slip and fall all the way back down. To be honest, I was shocked because I actually was doing well at the beginning, like the first half hour. I wasn't making many mistakes. I was actually going pretty good with the controls. I was like, wow, I'm doing better than I thought I would. And then I slipped, and I had to climb all the way back up after a while. Like, oh, man, that sucks. And basically, here's what happened in a nutshell. A lot of people showed up at the very beginning. First half hour, people were enjoying. We actually got like maybe $50 of support in the first half hour. Then after the first half hour, people realized, oh, this is the whole game. Yes, literally all you're doing is climbing a mountain with 2 feet. There's a little bit of humor in there, some dry humor and silly humor with some of the dialogue, kind of British humor. But at the same time, it's really not enough to save the game or make it that interesting at all. All you're doing is climbing a mountain. All right. So, it is what it is. It's not that I didn't enjoy the game, but it's a very basic game. And it basically engaged the audience for 30 to 40 minutes. And then I noticed around the 45-minute mark, people started to stop talking. The viewership count went down. And I noticed distinctly, we're not getting any support at all. All right. So I kept going. And honestly, after the first hour, I was still interested in the game. The audience was split. They were like 50-50. Half the audience was like, just forget it. Don't play anymore. And some people were like, nah, keep going. I was like, well, we'll see. So I kept going. Went to this cool part that had a few animals and stuff that we found. And then basically we got to this part in the last maybe 20, 30 minutes where no one was supporting and everyone seemed disengaged. But it felt like we were going to get to a checkpoint. Like the checkpoints are these like big torches. Okay. So, I'm going to get to a checkpoint. There's a really steep mountain in front of it. I start going up. I get almost all the way up to the top. Oh, the guy just slips by himself. It's not like I mistimed my walk. It's not like I made a mistake. He just starts slipping anyway. Oh, that's not happened before. Like he slipped, but usually it's you missed up your timing, you misstepped, you fell off. No, I was walking straight up and he just decided to fall. So what they did is they coded this part of the game where this mountain is slippery. Okay? If you get lucky, you can literally just run up the mountain in one go and make it. But the problem is, I did do that, and then you don't know where to go. Do you go right? Do you go left? You can't tell. Well, I made the wrong decision, fell down, and oh, you got to start over. Then I tried for like 15 minutes to get back up it, and I couldn't. And I didn't do anything different. I was literally doing it exactly the same. The game just decided, oh, now it's more slippery. You can't climb it now. And what sucked is zero support. So, not kidding, we ended the night at $60. And people were bored to tears. At the end of the stream, I hung out with people for like 10 minutes, and I said, I apologize. This is very similar. Last week, we didn't hit the goal. People were bored because Tormented Souls 2 broke. And we couldn't play anymore, so we just had a shitty night. And tonight, I really feel that's what happened. That basically, this was a situation where the stream was a dud because of the game. It's just not that interesting of a game. It's another game that gets overhyped by a memer streamer, one of these people who has like an audience of teenagers who laugh and scream at everything. It's for an average person, that's not a very good game. It's okay for like a half an hour, and you're like, oh, boring. It is. It gets boring. You're like, oh, it's not very good. So I'm not playing it again. I dropped $20 on it tonight. I'm not going to play anymore. People did not like it. I was bored with it. And it sucks. We had such a crazy good streak going. No exaggeration. A week. An entire week we had gone hitting goals every stream. And then this causes us to lose that momentum. The thing is, it's not the end of the world. Obviously, I want to hit the goal every stream. Obviously, it's not possible. In this case, it was just the game selection. Much like last week, it was literally just because, excuse me, Tormented Souls 2 broke. What are you going to do? Okay? So that's life. Tomorrow we come back strong. What are we doing tomorrow? Well, I shifted the schedule around a little bit because we've got some good news. Tormented Souls 2 is fixed. They patched it. They fixed the bug that had hard locked us last week. Huzzah, right? Because Tormented Souls 2 was a great playthrough, and it sucked that it had been on hiatus. So here's the good news. Tomorrow, I am not going to do a podcast. I'm skipping it again. I would like the final podcast of the week to actually be on Friday. So, no podcast tomorrow. Instead, we're going to play Call of Duty for between 3 to 4 hours. Immediately after one match, we're going to unlock this godlike sniper rifle. We're going to try to use it. Then we're going to try to do more with the melee, with this auto shotty. Maybe I'll do a dual auto shotty sniper rifle class. That would be pretty cool. And we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to work, to be honest with you. I do think it's going to work. And I'm hoping that tomorrow will be my best ever stream of Call of Duty. Fingers crossed. I hope that it ends up being a superb stream for you guys, okay? So I hope you'll be here tomorrow. Extra long Call of Duty stream. Please come by and support that stream. Let's get back on track after tonight. Tomorrow night, the return of Tormented Souls 2. Yes, it comes back to the rotation tomorrow night because they have fixed it. I'm excited to play it again, get past this stupid hard lock that we were at, and continue on with the game. It's going to be good. You know, survival horror is great, and I'm missing the game, so I hope you'll come by for that. Now, the big question mark is Friday. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to play Call of Duty again on Friday or if I want to do Pokemon. I don't know on Friday night if I want to finish Leaf It Alone, which I really liked the other night, or if we want to do something different. So here's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, when I'm hanging out with all of you on stream, I'm going to be asking, what would you like on Friday? And based on kind of the feedback I get, I'm going to formulate my Friday. That also will help me to formulate my Sunday. Because let's say, for example, we play Pokemon on Friday. Well, then I'm probably going to play Call of Duty on Sunday. See? All right. So, guys, thank you. Fun streaming day. Sorry that Baby Steps isn't that good. I'm going to upload the footage right now. It's about an hour and a half. It's just not that good after the first half hour, to be honest with you. You'll see. But I hope you enjoy it regardless. And I'll see you all tomorrow where hopefully we can turn it around and get back on track with momentum. Thank you all. Have a good night. See you then. Peace out.